We see a lot of your early life. How difficult was it to cope with being away from home at such a young age, but still remain focused on your football?
I'm always say it was the toughest time in my life. It was when I left my family with 11 years old to live in a different world, which is Lisbon, in the same country, but it looked like it's a different part of the world. I was cry almost every day to miss my family, but I'm not regret because it was probably the more intense moments in my life that I lived through. So without sacrifice, we cannot win nothing. So I did an unbelievable sacrifice, my family too. Well, I was like the diamond of the family. And I think I did a good option. I always thinking, when I take that decision, I will be a professional player. I will be something in football. This is I feel, because I was feeling from the beginning that I was different than the other ones. I was more special. I was a special kid.
Do you think what makes you different to the others, to the next rung on the ladder, if you like, of very good players?
Effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore. And if you're not dedicated 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want. I'm addicted to the success. And I think it's not something bad. I think it's good. It motivates me. If something don't motivate it, it's better, to stop. It's the numbers that don't lie. If you see during the last 15 years, my level is always kind of the same. So I think it's my strongest point, it's my mind.
When you try and give advice to these younger players, what do you say to them? What do you try and guide them to be like?
I'm not the kind of guy to like to give advice. I prefer to be as example.
Yes.
Because I'm an example. I'm there every morning and do the same stuff. I'm probably the first ones to arrive and the last ones to go out. The mentality, they are not the same. They have the things more easily. Everything it's easily. They don't suffer. The youngers, they are not the same of my generation. But we cannot blame them because it's part of the life, the new generation, and this is why we have 2 years. You listen from one side and they go away from another side. So this is why I say I like to lead by example, because I remember when I was 18, 19, 20s, I'm always look to see the best players, Van Nistelrooy, Ferdinand, Roy Keane, and Giggs. This is why I have the successful that I have in longevity, because I take care of my body, my mentality, my head, because I see these guys and I learn from them. I love to share things, ideas, learn things. They help me to be a better man, to be a better person. And I start to see the life with a different perspective. And I'm used to live like that because, I was 37, I know and I learn many things. When you are in the down of the wave, when you are in the top of the wave, you don't realize and you don't see things that you don't see before, which is I appreciate to have bad moments to see which people is in your side, who criticize you more, because they're looking for that. They don't like to see successful people. The people only try to bring negativism. Listen, Piers, I know I'm 21 years in the top of the game, so I know how it takes. So for me, it's not a problem. It's hard when you are a little bit down. I'm not waste time for the people who don't like me. I think it's waste of time. These people, they are not interested on my life. They don't really know what's going on, for example, inside the training ground and Carrington area, or even my life. They should listen not only one point of view, they have to listen my point of view as well. Because it's easy to criticize, but if you don't know the old story, they always see one point of view. They don't see the big picture. It's part of my journey. So I continue my trip, And I like to be around the people who love me. Because in the beginning, it's always with you, for the good moments and for the bad moments. But it is what it is. The life it's completely difficult. We have obstacles in our lives, and the life is a challenge. Sometimes you plan one thing for your life, and as I told many times, the life is dynamic, and you never know what's going to happen.